And welcome back to Satisfactory, guys. It's episode, was it 5? Yeah, 5. Today's the big day. It's called Power Stations. I have unlocked a few things off camera, all the tier 3 and one of the tier 4 gives you a few more slots and the better bash and cattle prod stick. I've unlocked a few things on the research now. I would like the medicinal inhaler, but we're going to have to kill some more of the higher level creatures, which I want to avoid at the moment, to be honest. So I built all the parts necessary. We can have our first little truck. Was that? Oh, sorry, tractor rather. It's just some sort of 4x4 truck. It's got some cracking features. It's got a constructor inside it where you can build stuff, and it's got plenty of storage. We have got plenty of fuel because it uses the same fuel as the generators. You can use other fuels as well, but they will burn a lot quicker. Right, we should have everything parts-wise in the truck and on our person, so let's quickly drive over there. The little path down this side, what you drive down, that is pretty treacherous. One part of it is quite thin, but yeah, we'll manage to do it. There is 3 coal mines over this side. 2 of them are protected by the harder dog creatures to kill that shoot fire, but this one is by itself. I have cleared a few of the creatures previously. Actually, there's one there. So we'll quickly kill this guy. The method I use for killing these harder creatures is you get away from them like that, stand still. Then he will predict where you're going to move to, so if you stand still then you can go left or right, run towards him, get maybe 2 hits in if you're lucky, and they'll kill him after like 3 or 4 hits with this better cattle prod, or a sword, whatever you want to call it really. Right, the plan is we're going to build the power stations above the water. We'll get the foundations higher up, and below them we will have the water extraction devices, pumps, whatever you want to call them. So let's send the belts to the lake. Now all we do is start building foundations out in the sea. I want to go far enough out so when we start building left, I don't hit that little rock part there, because I want to put the water pumps underneath in a line. OCD, yes, I know. Okay, this is where it's starting to get a bit technical. Right, each pump is 120 litres per minute. The maximum rate in a pipe is 300 litres per minute, so we need 3 pumps. 3 pumps will supply 6 power stations. You got that? Good. Later on in the game, when you unlock tier 2 pipes, they will run 600 litres per minute, which makes for a cleaner build, and you can then run 12 power stations from one pipe, which makes it look a lot nicer, but we haven't got to worry about that for now. Unfortunately, you can't have concrete in the water and put the pumps on top of them, so this is just all guesswork. Lining these up the best you can. I mean, it bothers me, it really bothers us. I'm trying my best to keep them in a line. Yeah, the pumps are too close to the pipes. Later on in the game, you can unlock pipes on conveyor poles, so then you can stack the pipes up, which means it can be higher. Then we actually can do it like this. But for now, we're just going to have to move the pumps a little bit further back and then connect them. After that, we'll wire it all up for electricity, and then we'll start building the foundations for the power station above. Right, we're slowly getting there. It's coming to shape. You can see how big the power station actually gets. Later on in the game, it gets absolutely massive. I think we should run about 24 power stations eventually on this one spot if we can get the coal and the water supply sorted. Right, next up, we've got to run the power lines all the way back to the base to wire up to the main grid, because we need power for the pumps initially. Otherwise, we can't have water for the power station, for the coal mine. You get the gist. So now we have electricity down here. The pumps are pumping. Yes, it's a win. We need to get the pipes and the water up to the next level where we're going to start building the power stations. Currently we don't have any of the lovely goodies where you can do things with pipes and walls where you connect to them, and you can have little mountain plates on the walls so they just connect directly to them. We're just going to put this pipe straight through the floor. How pretty will that look? Okay, I can just about live with that. Next problem we have is water pressure. The water can only travel so far up the pipe, so we're going to have to fit another pump to the pipe to increase the water pressure so it can get here and maintain like 100% pipe efficiency. Next, let's build the power stations next. We'll line these up. We're going to do 6, and then we'll line the pipes up and make it look as pretty as we can, I guess. Okay, next up, let's sort the pipes out for the water, that is. That pipe won't reach all the way there, so around 3 or 4 power stations. We'll put this little connector down, and after that, then we'll connect the pipes with the little joiners, which will then go down into the power stations. That's not going to fit right. Let's move the power pole. Then we'll put that in and probably put the power pole further behind it, I think. Yeah, let's delete this pipe. That means it's going to be coming from behind. Right, that looks pretty straight. I can just about live with that. I know it's not straight down below, but yeah, we'll have it for now. Okay, next let's get the conveyor belts down and with the splitters so we can feed the power stations with coal. wow, that's not even straight. Yeah, let's delete that, straighten it up, and then I'll go and put my glasses on. Yeah, that was a bit weird. I wasn't getting the second green line to go into the power station, so I know it's lined up. Never mind, it's alright now. Right, now we've done that. What do we need next? We need coal. Let's get the conveyor belt sorted. Right, that's the conveyor belts done and the power to the coal mine. So now let's put a container down. I do like to use containers for coal and that, just so they've got a little bit of reserve. So just in case something happens where the coal supplies stop for some reason. So let's build a lift next. We'll get the belts in the air so then we're not running over them like a hurdles race. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's pretty neat. It's not bad. It could be a lot better, but it's not bad. Okay, let's figure out where the power pole is going to go, because we do need power poles to come up here. Right, since we've got all it wired up now and coal is going to the power stations, we now need to get the water up here. We'll solve that problem by just adding a little pump further down the line. Just remember to put the pump's green arrow in the direction you want the water to pump. It would be pretty useless if it was pumping back down instead of pumping up. I don't think we're going to have enough power poles here. No, we're using all four already. Yeah, will that connect it? Yeah, it will. Let's do that. Yeah, you can see the pipes are starting to ripple there. That means the water is being pumped up. So hopefully one pump will be enough. Let's have a look. Haha, that's looking good. Yep, you can see the pipe ripple in there. Let's go and check on the power station to see if it's getting water as well. Yay, success. So now this power station is producing 75 megawatts. So that's the equivalent of what? 2 bioburners and a little bit, 2.5 bioburners. And we haven't got to fuel this one, which is always a good thing. Yeah, let's upgrade all the belts to tier 2 just so the coal gets into the power stations quicker. They'll all fill up then. Okay, I'm thinking let's overclock the miner 1. We're going to need, what, 3 slugs? Right, so let's quickly go and make an object scanner. Then that'll roughly tell us, it will tell us the direction of what we're looking for. In this case will be slugs. Well, that's a good start. This guy was pretty easy to find and not many creatures around to try and kill us. And another easy one. There's a couple of dog creatures just through that little gap there, but we can quickly get the slug. We're going to be okay. Yeah, this one wasn't very easy. The little bee creatures that come at you, they try and get behind you then sting you. Luckily you can one-shot them, but normally you do take a few hits before they go down. Oh, bit of a bonus. That's a yellow power slug, so we'll stick that in the research and then we'll unlock the next power shards. After fighting a few more bees, I managed to get the final green slug we needed. There is a few dogs just slightly ahead, but we kept them out of range. Then we'll get back to base and make the power shards. And there we go. I totally forgot we haven't got tier 3 belts, so we can only use 2 of the power shards at the moment. But at least it's doubled the coal production for the power station. Just going to double check, make sure all these belts are tier 2, just so we're getting like the full amount of coal going to the power station. Okay, that all looks good. Let's go and check in the power station, see if they're filling up with coal. Yeah, that's looking good. They're starting to fill up there. So we'll quickly head back to base and we'll start like taking the fuel out of the bio generators because we're not going to need them anymore. We have coal power. Yes. Right, let's quickly go and check on some of our stock, see what we've got in the containers here. Yeah, that's full. Bit short on concrete there. Let's stick tier 2 belts on that just so it gets in the container quicker. Well, let's have a quick look at research before the end of the episode. What you do is you send parts to it, so I normally just use concrete or rocks, whatever. Something that you're not going to use. A few of these items are added in the last patch, the lights. That's what we need, the wall conveyor walls. It just makes the whole factory look so much tidier. Yeah, wall attachments, oh, all good things. We need them all. Finally, foundations, just so everything's not square, basically. There is a funny little electric car. I've only used this sparingly, unless you've got a massive factory. Just weird stat use if you want to make your base a bit avant-garde. And finally, you could spend tickets on parts, but I would never do that unless you're really desperate. Yeah, the lights control panel and the lights were added recently in the last patch. But what we're mainly focusing on at the moment, anyway, will be walkways, just so we can get the ramps. It just makes your design of your factory so much easier and neater. So let's put an awesome sink down. This is where you send the parts to and they accumulate the tickets that you spend in the research. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the production line of these, what is it, concrete, and we'll send them straight to the awesome sink. Right, what I like to do is put a container down before it's fed into the awesome sink. The reason I like to do this is, in case you have loads of things in your inventory, you want to empty it, or there's things in there you're not going to use anymore, you simply run in there, put them in the inventory, then that gets put into the awesome sink. You can't actually feed the awesome sink by hand, so that's the only way to do it. So the first coupon, we only need 1,000 points, which is not too bad. That'll be done pretty quick. But after that, the points get higher and higher for each ticket after that. Right, since I've got a lot of screws in my inventory, well, not really, but yeah, we'll stick them in the container and they'll go to the awesome sink. So we're currently making 494 points per minute. So that's only going to take a couple of minutes and we'll unlock our first coupon. Woot woot woot. Just to show I'm telling the truth, look, you cannot put them in straight by hand. I wasn't lying. So we now have one coupon available, so all you do is print it out, put it in the inventory, then go and spend it if you have something to spend it on. Bit weird, the generators are still smoking. I'm sure I took the fuel out of them, didn't I? How bizarre. I'd never realised they still smoked with no fuel in. There you go, learn something new every day. There was a couple of things you could buy in the shop for one ticket. I think it was the railings, wasn't it? Yeah, the factory railings, you could get one ticket. But I want the walkway, 6 tickets. Click on the little shopping cart, then that goes into there, and then you click buy all. Click. We haven't got enough right now. Once you do have enough, and it'll just go straight into your build menu, so then you can build whatever you've unlocked. Simple as that. Right guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm nearly at the 30-minute mark. That's it, kind of, I'm aiming for 30 minutes on each one of these episodes. Next episode could be steel production, it may be the frame factory, we might organise the base. I'm totally undecided at this point. In the meantime, I'll do a little bit of research. I may extend the power station off camera as well. So thanks for watching guys, see you next time, and any comments much appreciated. Bye for now.